According to U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are presently 9 million job opportunities in America and only 6 million unemployed persons. So why not simply fill the positions that are in severe need of workers with those who are in desperate need of work? Let's wait and see. There is no single party to blame in this case. Corporate hiring methods can be complex and overly reliant on computers, and many job seekers aren't being realistic or strategic enough in their job search attempts. It's important for employers, job seekers, and the American economy as a whole to figure out what's going on and fix it. Because while the pandemic has intensified these trends, many of them predate it and will not go away. Almost wherever you go in the United States right now, you will see help wanted signs. However, just because a bar, restaurant, or gas station needs a worker does not guarantee that the worker wants to work for them. Millions of employment are accessible, but not necessarily millions of occupations that people seek. A lot of what people are seeing are low-paying jobs with unpredictable or not worker-friendly scheduling practices. They don't come with benefits, don't come with long-term stability. Shelley Stewart, director of the Aspen Institute's Future of Work initiative, told Recode. And those are not the types of jobs that any worker is eager to take on. According to a poll of workers actively looking for work on FlexJobs, a jobs website that specializes in remote and flexible work, over half of job seekers indicated they required assistance locating the suitable positions to apply for. Some 46% of respondents claimed they were only finding low-payment employment, while 41% said there weren't enough openings in their preferred profession. Alethea Washington, a legal secretary in New York for 40 years, accepted an early exit payment from her employment and, given her experience, anticipated she'd be able to quickly find a new job once things reopened. Instead, she found herself in a tangle. It was difficult to know whether recruiters who contacted her about employment were sincere. She didn't hear back from a number of positions, or she was screened out somewhere along the way. Washington, 68, attributes it to a mix of age discrimination and a lack of a college degree, which many positions required even when it didn't appear to be necessary. When she did get responses, the jobs offered her far less than she was previously paid, and often much less than what was advertised. Alternatively, they can offer to pay her desired hourly rate, but only for part-time labor. It was a great opportunity to push the secretarial opportunities and incomes back, she went on to say. The current issue, according to Tim Bracky, president and COO of management consulting firm RGP, is the great mismatch. This mismatch can pertain to a variety of factors, including desires, experience, and skills. Part of the reason for this is because as organizations adopt new technologies more often, the skills required for a given position are changing faster than ever. 20 years ago, if I had 10 years experience as a warehouse manager, the likelihood that my skills would be pretty relevant and it wouldn't take me that long to get up to speed was pretty good, said Joseph Fuller, a management professor at Harvard Business School and co-author of a recent paper on the employer-employee disconnect. The shelf life of people's skills for a lot of decent-paying jobs has been shortening. This is especially true if someone is laid off or otherwise absent from work for an extended length of time, such as during a pandemic. For example, the pricing tool or order entry software required for logistics staff to do their responsibilities will most certainly alter from year to year. Because the pandemic has made in-person labor less appealing, if not dangerous, many people are now looking for jobs that allow them to work from home. Regardless of industry, the vast majority of workers say they wish to work from home at least some of the time. While the number of remote positions has increased, they still account for only 16% of job listings on LinkedIn, while receiving twice as many applications as non-remote work. The issue, however, may not be limited to employment. The pandemic has caused people to reconsider their lives and occupations, and some individuals may be applying for positions they want but aren't qualified for. Approximately half of FlexJobs respondents looked for work outside of their current field. A lot of reasons that job searches fail is people want to go from unemployment to the next job they would have had if they kept their old job. Fuller went on to say, I'm going to not only get a new position, but I'm going to get promoted to boot. Employers, no matter how hard they claim to be looking for employees, are frequently not looking in the proper locations or in the right methods. HR departments are relying too much on technology to weed out candidates, or they aren't being creative enough in how they evaluate applications and who would be a good fit. Hiring software and the development of platforms such as Indeed, LinkedIn, and ZipRecruiter have made it extremely simple for employers to publish a plethora of opportunities and for job searchers to submit a plethora of resumes. The trouble is that they've also made it quite easy for those resumes to go unnoticed. Artificial intelligence software searches resumes for certain keywords and parameters. If it can't find them, the software just filters them out. We believe that when the monster began posting jobs 20 years ago, we made it easier. Things make things simpler for the employer, but not for the job seeker, said J.T. O'Donnell, the founder and CEO of career coaching platform Work It Daily, who also maintains a famous TikTok account with work advice. You're not getting rejected, you're just never getting past the technology. Sometimes the software doesn't even know what it's looking for. As the Wall Street Journal recently pointed out, it will hunt for qualified nurses who also know computer programming when they really only require data entry. Applicants think they are talking to another human being when they write a description of their experiences. Fuller said in a statement, if they start explaining something at length or describe it the way they imagined it, they doesn't fit with what the system is trolling for. You have a possibility for a disconnect, literally because of word choice. Worse, firms have a tendency to add to job descriptions rather than withdraw from them, resulting in job requirements that have inflated beyond people's ability to meet them. The increasingly AI-focused application procedure makes it even more difficult for applicants to be evaluated by a human. According to Glassdoor, the average number of applications for a position at a publicly traded company is around 250, with 5 people being interviewed. On the employer side, there is a lack of inventiveness. They believe that what people are doing is what they are qualified for, even if their current employment is not. Assume a person works part-time as a shift manager but wants to be a full-time sales manager. Doing the first job may jeopardize their prospects of earning the second. What they are doing is creating a resume that tells the next employer, this person is a shift manager. That's what they do. We need a sales manager. Why would we recruit them? Fuller stated. This approach is likewise inept in predicting what a person might be capable of doing. Fuller used the example of a former Army Corps of Engineers employee looking for a job as a capable technician, a job that increasingly demands workers to not only hook up people's cable but also upsell them on cable packages. While the engineer is perfectly competent in handling the technical aspects of the job, if she lacks sales expertise, she may be overlooked, even if she would be an excellent saleswoman. Part of the problem is a lack of on-the-job training provided by businesses. Stewart attributes the fall to a decline in unions that would advocate for such benefits, as well as a continuing movement of risks and duties, including career development from companies to employees. People are expected to come into the job with experience, skills, and everything, and few people do. Aspen Institute's Stewart said, the never-ending attempt to make hiring more efficient has turned it ineffective. Candidates that are perfect for 90% of the job are screened out because they are not excellent for the remaining 10%. After months of searching, Washington, the legal secretary, claims she has finally released herself from her job search on LinkedIn. She chose to change careers and work in a different field. She went to Florida, where her son lives, in the spring of this year, and after adjusting her resume, she landed a position working in customer service for a pharmacy. We'll return with additional details and videos. Please remember to like the video if you thought it was informative and helpful. Please leave your comments, subscribe to our channel, and check back for more thought-provoking videos. Until then, bye.